Hi everyone, how you doing? Welcome to Draw What I Want, a channel where I learn how to draw and I share my experience with you all. So thank you so much for being a part of this journey. Uh, Also, before we continue, if you do enjoy this video, then please do hit that like button and also consider subscribing because it will really help the channel grow. All right then. Well, let's just dive in. Hope you've been having a good day. Hope you had a lovely weekend. So in today's video, it's just going to be a nice simple video where I practice drawing stacking tables. So this is a continuation of the video that I did where I was learning how to draw stacking tables. Okay, so for today's video, I'm literally just going to be practicing drawing. So I'm just gonna use my sketchbook, plain paper, and I'll just draw a few of the stacking tables here, just so that I can solidify the lesson that I've learned and just to kind of, so that the technique and the practice kind of get stuck in my brain a little bit. But I'm looking forward to actually seeing how I can apply, drawing stacking tables in real life and for the real life pictures and everything. If you are also learning how to draw, then please do let me know in the comments. What are you practicing drawing at the moment? What are you learning how to draw at the moment? I'd love to hear your journey as well, and I'd love to connect. Lovely. Okay, so we're not going to be using any book. We're literally just going to see if we can remember what we've learned in the previous lesson. So I'll just put this here. Okay, so we'll begin by, and just to let you know, I did practice a little bit yesterday in the evening, just because I had a little bit of time. But I didn't want to make the video. It was quite loud around here, but I still wanted to practice. So hopefully I will remember what I'm doing for today's video. Okay, so as far as I remember, we need to draw a foreshortened square. And we'll remember how to draw a foreshortened square because it's kind of like a squeezed square. Okay, and then the lines on the side, they're a little bit shorter because we don't want to make it a whole cube or a square. We just want to make it kind of like a flattish table. So we'll do that. And then the lines that we're drawing here, they're parallel to the top line. And the same here. This line is parallel to this one. And then we need to draw a tube in the middle, and the way we're doing it is we're drawing this line in the middle here a little bit longer, and then two lines in the middle of these lines. Okay, and again we just draw parallel ones, and then what we need to do is, again, we just need to draw parallel lines using the top lines as reference. So this is the kind of like the tube holding the table. And now we need to draw the pedestals. So another table that's holding the top table, right? So the important part that I do remember the artist Mark Isler mentioning in his book is that it's very important to draw a dot just here in the middle to give us reference. And then we draw two lines like that. They need to be a little bit longer. Okay, and then the other lines here, they need to be behind the like the stand thing, yeah. Okay, and then yeah, we just need to draw our cube thingy. I'm not sure how to say it in words, but you know what I mean. So we've got the shorter ones here. There we go. I think it's pretty straightforward, to be honest with you. I don't find it so bad. How are you finding it? The only thing that I'm starting to notice is that my lower kind of tables are getting bigger than the top ones. So I want to try and make it a little bit shorter. So how do we do that? So let's draw the other stand. So longer stand in the middle here. Okay, and then what I want to do is I want to make this one smaller. So we've got the, but you know, when I try and make it smaller, I don't understand how to do it, because in order for me to make sure that the lines go back, I feel like these lines need to be longer, because if they're shorter, then it's not gonna, or is it gonna go back? Let's try it. Because it's not gonna go, it's gonna go the wrong way, which is why we need to make these lines a little bit shorter. The only other way I'm thinking is if we make this column thing thinner, that way we can make, okay, let's experiment. This is getting fun, so let's experiment. Okay, so we'll do this one like that, fine. We'll make it longer because we want to make sure that these lines are behind the cube thingy, the cube stand, right? Okay, so this is simple. Okay, now let's try and make this one thinner, because we want to make this cube, for example, shorter. Let's experiment. So this one is all, what if we do it here, for example? Right, not in the middle, but here. Okay. Right, and then again this one. Okay, yeah, I think that works. Yeah, so this one's shorter, then I got it. It is pretty exciting and fun to experiment on things. I think when you get to a point of being able to draw something to a comfortable degree, and you're like, oh, okay, I just want to experiment now. I want this to look different. I want this to be a little bit adjusted. You can play around with it and see how it happens. So kind of applying that scientist approach to it. What about you guys? If you're learning how to draw, or if you're already an experienced artist, do you experiment with different angles, adjustments, just to see how objects and figures take shape? I'd love to know. Put it in your comments. Also, it's really, really windy where I am. I'm based in England. Where are you guys based? Like, we've been having some crazy, ridiculous weather recently. Like at the beginning of, I'm sorry I'm talking about weather, I know weather isn't the most exciting thing to talk about, but when you see like quite drastic changes, it kind of makes you a little bit more aware, right, and wonder why it's happening. I mean, at the beginning of March, we did have a couple of really warm days of like 18 to 20 degrees, but these last few days it's just been really, really strong wind, but also hail. I was walking down and it was like 1 minute it was proper sunshine and hot, and then the next minute I'm being blown away and the hail is just in my face everywhere. This massive like snowballs, like hail. It was crazy. But yeah, something weird's going on for sure. Anyway. But what's everybody doing for Easter? Do you guys celebrate Easter? Do you have extra days off work, for example, if you're working? If you're not working, what do you do? Anything? So, no, wait. See, the result of me talking too much. Let's focus what we're doing. We're here for the drawing, not for the talking. So what are we doing? We are doing here, and we're doing here. Yeah, nice. Okay, so we've experimented that, and now we just need to do a bit of shading now, really. So shading like that, let's build like that. Like that. But I saw somebody drawing as a challenge using these stacking tables and drawing like a robot thing. I thought that was really cool. And then there are other pictures that I saw, for example, from this artist book. The students were sharing the examples. They were drawing all sorts of really cool, like wavy, curvy things using this. So maybe I'll give it a go and try something like that as well. It's nice to be able to be a little bit more creative with just what you draw, isn't it? To add your own little twist to it. So this is the part that gets me really quiet. It's the shading. Okay. So that's that. What do you think, guys? How did you get on? Did you draw the same thing, or did you draw something else, or are you just watching just to have a laugh at my beautiful art? It's okay. I'm trying to make fun of it as well. That's the whole point. You've got to enjoy it, no matter how good or bad it is. You've got to enjoy it and have fun with it. Okay, so maybe let's try and draw. I don't know, I'm just experimenting now. And then I really don't know what is going on. I just want to try and be able to draw it in different shapes. And then, so for example, we're doing that. I don't know. I have no idea. So that's my my take to a robot, and then yeah, I don't know, but I guess when you kind of use the same technique, see what comes up. Why not? All right, guys. Well, that was just a little bit of fun. All right, so I hope you enjoyed this video. Again, just remember, hit that like button, consider subscribing. You know, let's kind of continue this drawing journey together, share tips, jokes, techniques, whatever it is. And yeah, so let me know your thoughts in a comment. But I hope you enjoyed this video, you had a bit of a laugh, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye bye, everybody. Cheers. Bye.